Let me show you how you can paint a leather by using only 3 paints except the primer. So first of all, we're gonna grab the leather pouch for a pistol that I have right here. It's primed black, then I primed it gray, but you can go only for a gray, then you will have the same results. So what we're gonna do first is cover the entire piece with our first paint, which is the peanut butter from scale 75 Fantasy and Games. I will try to include the counterpart for this paint for other brands, as I know this brand is not as popular. So as I said, get the peanut butter onto your palette and cover the entire piece with that. We're gonna dilute it tiny bit with the water. And then we can move on to that leather pouch. Okay, and now we need to wait until the first layer is dry. Then it's optional to apply the other layer, second layer. It will be more covered by the paint, but then your entire piece of that leather will be a bit more yellowish. So depending on if you want more yellow leather, then you can add another layer. If you don't want, then you can skip the next part and go to the second paint and apply it. So I will just wait and apply a second layer for myself. Okay, I think it's time to apply the second layer of peanut butter to that piece. Okay, I think it's dry, so we can move to our next paint, which will be a Vallejo willow bark. It's the express color. So I already added to my palette. It's right here. It's this very dark color, and I think I'm actually gonna add a new bit as this one already dried out. So let's just add a tiny bit of it. We don't need that much for that one piece, and then we can dilute it with water, but a very tiny bit. I'm just gonna grab some of that water. So there's dirt in water, I mean the stones or whatever, but it doesn't matter for me. But if you want to paint an army, I would recommend to replace a water like this. So anyway, we're gonna dilute some of that willow bark. And then without even cleaning our brush from it, we'll instantly apply it to our piece right here. Just cover the entire thing with it. And then as I'm painting that and the paint is drying, I would kindly ask you if you could subscribe to this new channel. I think that is the first video that I'm posting, and I would also appreciate if you would like this video, leave a comment with your suggestions for a future videos, or if you even liked how I've painted that, or if you didn't. And also there's a new feature on YouTube that you can hype this video. It would help me as well. So let's move on to the rest of that video. Okay, it's not fully dry, but I guess we can move on to the highlighting, as it's still drying out in the recesses that we won't be touching anyway. But here, if you're speed painting an army and you don't want just a perfectly painted models, you can leave it out like this. It already looks kind of great. You can change the straps to black or other colors, but the leather looks good. Anyway, in this case, we're gonna finish it. So let's move on to the highlighting. What we'll be using for highlighting is in the first step, the peanut butter without any other colors mixed in. So we want to kind of dilute it with water. into the consistency of something like that. And then we're gonna put the highlights exactly like you can see on this leather pouch right here. So we're gonna focus on the areas where the light would naturally catch, so in any folds and etc. I won't be painting the straps right here. I will just focus on the entire piece except the straps. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, and the peanut butter step is done. You can also leave it right here. I think it looks great already, but we can bring it to the light even more by adding additional color. So next color and the last one, the third one, will be a Vallejo light green gray. I have it on the palette. Hopefully it didn't dry out. I'm gonna check in a moment. It's right here. So again, grab some of that water, dilute it a tiny bit, and then we're gonna mix it 1-to-1 with the peanut butter. Until we have a color like this. Now we want to remove some of that paint from the brush, so I'm just gonna use my hand. And then we can go back to the highlighting. Now just focus and try to catch the areas closer to the, like right here, closer to the light. So we don't want to cover the entire highlight that we've done previously, only a tiny bit like this. Okay, and last step is to use the pure light green gray, and it's already diluted. We just want that paint on our brush, and then we're gonna mark tiny dots in some areas to create something like that. So as I said, I'm just gonna tap tiny dots of white into those areas. And we're basically done. The difference between those two pieces, as you can see, is a straps. They are painted, and also this overlapping thing on the leather is also painted. That's why it may look a little bit different, but I'll be painting this gold and the straps black, so that's why I'm not going to focus on painting anything else on this anyway. So that is the end of that video. Thanks so much for watching, and if you liked it, then you can consider subscribing to my channel. There will be many more videos like this, and also you can hype, like and comment below. Give me any ideas that you like, any concepts that you like as well, and I will see you in the next one.